Got me some leather here. This is stuff right here that I already cleaned. I basically went and someone threw a couch in the dang dumpster. So I started cutting some strips right now. It's always good to have some strips, in my opinion, especially when you work with the leather. I mean, this ain't bad. This is a lot of leather. I mean, look, that's like 20 pounds. And then look, this right here, just went and got one the other night. Basically just took both of these apart with just a knife. And actually this one right here, I took that piece, I broke that thing down into pieces, man. And took all the wood, man, carried that home, just made a bundle, tied some rope around it, then made like a sling around it, carried it on my back, like that old school natives in China and shit, man. That used to carry around bundles of sticks. Or I've seen it in movies anyway, in books, and it works. It'll work just to get down the block, man. I don't need to call no one with no truck, man. It just gotta cart some stuff back and forth all the time. But hey, it's worth it, man, because it's exercise. Plus, I'm gathering materials, man. You don't know how handy this stuff is. I mean, with the stuff that I do with it, man, I've made a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, like right here, let me like use an example piece. Basically what I do is, dude, extracting it is it's a lot like skinning a deer in a way, man. It's like you aim for these hollows, the weak points, the seams, and you just follow the seams and you look for the hollows. And you make a weakness, and then you can start tearing it apart. But look, if you just start yanking on the stuff and cutting indiscriminately, you'll be ruining good pieces. You see how this is all straight and stuff? It's all intact. I mean, like this one right here, it's missing a hole in the middle. But you know what I'm saying? You just cut it up into little smaller pieces, man. There's other stuff I can make. And once again, look, you can just take these cut strips and just braid them together and keep braiding more and more together. Just get a little length. It's rope, but that rope contains a bunch of little ropes. I'll tell you another little trick secret. Those weaved leather belts, men's leather belts, they're weaved. Well, I guess women have them too, but look, take those apart. Like if the belt buckle breaks or it breaks, you can take it apart and just unbraid it, and you'll have a bunch of strips already ready to go. But it is a little tedious to undo all of them. But like I said, you'll get a lot of cordage out of it, and there's so many ways you can use it, or it'll come in handy later. Like, because I got old materials, I got stuff, and the more different varieties you get, the more combinations you can get. And the more stuff you can do, so it's just a progress. And like I said, this stuff, it ain't costing me nothing but my time and sweat, and I got poked a few times in my hands. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you watch my videos, you know that it's quite often that I got chipped up hands. But anyway, yeah. Alright, there's two ways you can get rid of all kinds of any kind of like hitchhikers, man. Like what are them called? Bed bugs or scabies and lice and whatever, man. Germs, nastiness. There's one way to kill all organisms. That's just like if it's cold enough. Like if you get a temperature that's cold enough to get a frost. But especially if it's the winter, you can just take it and put it in a bag outside all night, and any kind of mites, any kind of thing like that dies outside in the cold. But, since it's getting warmer, I just got boiling water there. I mean, this is Flint water, though. And I just basically put some baking soda in there. Because it's got baking soda has a tendency to get rid of odor. And it's a pretty good cleaning agent. And just some salt, basically. I mean, it'll dry it out, and then it'll keep the water hotter or whatever. But after I'm done, I should, whatever I'm going to use for certain things, it's good to put different kind of oils or hair conditioner, mayonnaise. I mean, there's different things you could use, like and improvise. I mean, if you wanted to, you could use motor oil, but I mean, whatever your motor oiling is going to be nasty. You must be using it for something like you're not touching your skin very much. Like you might be able to do that with the whip. Whip you're going to use when you're not trying to keep pretty, but you want it to last. I mean, I don't know. You got to do what you got to do because this stuff has a tendency to dry rot after a period of time. So if you oil it regularly, I'm not sure what the best kind. I'm sure they probably got leather oil. I mean, it's like basically like what is the native way? It's to use every piece of something. Yeah, if you're gonna kill it. But look, see, people bought this, then they just throwing this away in the trash, and it's basically just going to some landfill, and then they're gonna go buy another couch. When that thing probably would have lasted them their whole life. I mean, I'm just being, that's just kind of frivolous, man. We got a frivolous society, but whatever. Hey, their frivolousness is my come up. You know what I'm saying? I can make a lot of moccasins with that right there. You know what I'm saying? But so hit it in dang hot water there. Then I'll do some scrubbing on this right here. This will thin it out, and it's almost like tenderizing meat. You can make the stuff more like what's it called, man? It'll be like softer. But I mean, if you overdo it, it wears it down. It'll wear way quicker. You know, it's just like over sharpening a knife. Actually, after a while, it just makes it so it can't hold an edge if you over sharpen it too much. Then I just set up a little makeshift like clothesline right here, and let the stuff dry out, fold it up, flatten it out, and try to store it in a place where if you store it in a place where there's a lot of moisture, it's like that's what I find, because this place has a tendency to just like collect water, man. It's an old flint house, dude, and oh my gosh, that land bank, I've seen so many dilapidated, destroyed houses just in this past few weeks. It's insane-ica and the brain-ica. But yeah, that's just the problem, I guess, maybe in the area. Most of these houses have basements, and what's called a Michigan basement, which it means it's kind of like it's semi-finished, man. It's almost like sometimes the floors are just dirt, but there's dirt, and just water creeps in, so it's like this house kind of sucks. It's like it's just the environment breeds mold, and if you know anything about what causes things to decay, is a lot of times to do with mold. Molds is the first thing to attack something that's dead and convert it back into energy. And so the water's present there, which makes the bacteria, you know what I'm saying, and then the fungus and the mold. So, but anyway, yeah, man, this is some of my my techniques right here. I mean, that's the LBP method. This means low budget. And you gotta do what you gotta do, man. I mean, like, I don't know how much all this material would just cost. I mean, it's like basically go buy a couch and then strip it down for the leather. And I mean, I know some people sell leather couches for quite a grip. So I mean, like I said, getting some straight shit for the low, which is straight, real straight.